in an immigrant area. And they're constantly tinkering. They're tinkering with radio, they're tinkering with kind of, everyday technology, completely fascinated by it. And being, kind of inspired by Hindi films, their lives are also very dramatic. So what they do is they have heard about the emergence of cassette technology in Japan and in Hong Kong and in Korea. So they pawn their mother's jewelry, borrow money, raise money, and come to Japan. They go to Korea, Japan, Hong Kong, and I think one more country to study cassette technology.
Cassette technology?
Yeah. Audio cassettes. Yeah. And they go back to India and they set up a company called T-Series. T-Series is what we would describe in a way as this completely on the grounds native trickster intelligence in terms of as a company. So what they start doing is a number of things. On the one hand, they start pirating HMV's songs and start releasing cheap versions of it. Straightforward pirating. At the same time, they're also using a legal loophole. The loophole in the law, it wasn't really a loophole, was something that allowed for version recording. So basically what it means is after a song has been recorded, 2 years later someone can create a version of that song by paying a small amount of money. So they started taking the songs of old singers and releasing the greatest hits of these singers, except that if you look at this picture, for example, very famous Indian singer, at the bottom it will say, sung by, and there's another singer. Right? So they started, passing off a large number of these kind of, old songs, but really, sung by someone else. So they were also creating a new kind of market, because what they suddenly realized is that rather than just focusing on the Hindi film song, they started investing in new genres or in the old genres that had been ignored. They did this by changing the logic of distribution. HMV relied on a centralized form of distribution of music. What T-Series did was change the idea of distribution by shifting from the showroom into the local kind of corner shop. So in India you have something called the pan shop, the betel nut shop. Every corner street you will find someone who sells cigarettes and betel nuts. They started distributing cassettes via the betel nut shop, decentralizing the entire idea of distribution.